I'm glad that you caught onto this whole thing about spirituality, though, Doug. Why don't you come over here and take a few shots? Because spirituality is what it's all about, Doug. I want you to understand this really is a high-stakes game for your soul that we're talking about right now. That is the subject of what's going on here. Your soul is up for grabs here, basically, Doug. Are you going to give it to the first girl who comes along and gives you the eye and let her make off with it and do whatever she wants, whatever she will with it? Or are you going to devote it to acting and to the craft and to your art? That's the question here, Doug. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah, good job. There you go.
Why are you smelling your armpit, Charlie?
Smell like feet.
Hello again. Arthur Peabody here, documentarian. Are questions of spirituality truly the most important questions? Or perhaps are they the only questions? We explore that as well as dingbats and how to keep your chips from going stale in this new installment. Enjoy.
Charlie, look, you've got a tomato over there.
Just a tomato? I should have a bunch of tomatoes. I had a whole bunch of tomatoes grown just yesterday. Those goddamn bats, they come right over from this ugly Dracula building over here. People, to get a shot of this building over here, it looks like, turn around and get a shot of this building. It looks like it's straight out of Transylvania. You got that goddamn boarded up bullshit and it's all abandoned. Yeah, a lot of people don't know NYC is actually bad country.
What kind of bats eat tomatoes?
Fruit bats.
Oh, I saw a fruit bat on the subway today. Yeah, he was rambling on and on about the end of the world coming and going.
Well, the thing is about these guys rambling on themselves on the train, Doug, you should listen to them because they're actually psychically tuned in to the future and the truth. And, if you listen to them, they're actually always telling the truth. But, most people don't bother to listen. But you should. If you'd listen more today, we would know if we got like a day or a week or a year or 10 until the end of the world. But, you didn't listen. You got to listen to the messages that the universe is trying to deliver to you at each and every moment. That's why I know that my music is going to be more popular with aliens in the future than it is with human beings here on Earth today.
How do you know that?
Well, because, like I said, actually it was a professional psychic who told me that.
You went to see a psychic?
Well, I was at a party.
Oh, I thought you paid a psychic.
Well, yeah, no, I did. I paid her.
At this point, Charlie got hungry and we decided to get some sandwiches from his favorite bodega. However, the lessons didn't stop. In fact, quite the contrary.
Back to the thing we were saying about Flea. He's in not only Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas, but he's also in what's that one? The Big Lebowski.
I was gonna say Back to the Future.
Yeah, he's not. He's not in Back to the Future.
Yeah, he plays Needles.
Needles. Why does that ring a bell? Well, yeah, okay. That rings a bell. Now wait, what was he in? Number 2, right?
And 3.
And 3? Oh my. He's in all the best movies,
Yeah.
Obi-Wan.
Oh yeah.
He's in that.
All right. Yeah. Peabody, he knows his Star Wars. It's true. Yeah.
No, I don't.
Anyways, Flea. You know why they call him Flea, right?
I always wondered that, actually, how they got that.
Well, yeah, no, it's actually because the other guys, they found him at a flea market. Nobody wanted him, he was just there playing bass all lonely, and they were like, oh, why don't we take him into our band? We need a good bassist, a bass player for our band, the Red Hot Chili Peppers, you know, that's what happened. They took him into the band just like that, you know, as a flea, because he was from the flea market. You know, that's where you get fleas.
But the Chili Peppers weren't British.
Yeah, they were. They're from Manchester and Liverpool. So what I want to show you now, there are a couple of things. You know, I know you think it was just a free lunch here, right? I mean, I know you paid for it, but here's the thing: is you thought that it was just easy peasy sitting around eating some food, but no, this is another lesson, Dougie. Okay, so what we're gonna do is you're gonna take your chips. You see, you didn't finish your chips, right?
I got a lot of chips.
Right, you know, you don't want to finish all the chips, right?
I got a hair tie.
Well, no, see, that's the thing. You don't want to use that. You don't want to do that. You know, you want to crush the chips with that. If you put that around it, think about it. It's gonna be too tight. It's gonna crush all your chips, right? And that's not what you want. You don't want to open that bag later and just have a bunch of little crumbs and crap like that. So, what you do, you roll it up like this, and you know, you're gonna not go get a. I got some hair in my drink. But you're not gonna go get a rubber band. A lot of people think you got to buy a bag of rubber bands. That's gonna put you at like $5-10, you know, and I think about it, that's going to add up over time.
It's a lot of bag of chips, a lot of rubber bands.
What is that, like $10,000 a year? So anyways, you're going to take your mug, okay? This is why I gave you a mug. You probably thought I should have given you a glass, but yeah, right. Now put it down, Doug. You're holding it. Don't hold it by the handle, okay? You see where I'm rolling this? No, I don't think so. You're going to stick the potato chips. No, Dougie. I don't know if you got anything in there, but you could get the chips wet. That's not good for the chips. You don't want soggy stuff. You're gonna stick the chips into the handle. You see, like this, okay? And then look at that. You don't need to go get a paper clip or a clothespin. You know, my auntie loved to use clothespins, and I love to use them too. But you know, this is what I'm saying: is you don't need to do that. Yeah, you know, good. Yeah, I think you kind of smushed up all your chips, anyways. But you know, you learned the lesson.